Okay, welcome back, my fellow patriots. I know everybody is eager to jump into this and really dive deep into everything that went on during Cpac. A lot of questions and answers. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on, so let's jump into it. I am waiting for people to show up. As soon as people show up, we will get this party rolling. So I see there's one person coming in. I know there's going to be some trickling in. Let me know where you're coming in from, my fellow patriots. Okay, Pennsylvania, you're going to Twitch. Okay. It should be popping up on Twitch very quickly. Yes, I am back. I had to get some things going on with the camera. For some reason, it was acting up. So I shut my computer down, restarted it. We are in the process of clipping the video from today. Hello, Miss Coots. Yeah, we are getting the video prepped and ready to go so we can get that posted straight to the website because I know everybody wants to analyze what Trump said. You took a shower, all that dancing. Well, at least we know you're nice and clean and you're ready to sit down and discuss everything that went on today, everything that went on this weekend. So, guys, definitely going to have a little bit more to say today. Did anybody find any part of Trump's speech ironic? I know there's a few people that are going to be like, I didn't get an email from you. Winks, I will be emailing you very shortly. So just bear with me a little bit. So, okay, we are starting to actually get a few more people in. So, as you guys, yep, I need to get you what Jason's response was. So, very shortly, guys, I will have an email set up and ready for Jason to use. So, anything that's plane related, anything that's air traffic related, we can, if people have questions, they can email him. And the email address for him, it's not set up yet, so don't send any emails. But the actual email address for him will be Jason at patriotnewsnetwork.us. So he'll be actually able to respond directly to you without any hesitation. Oh, you talked to Jason? Okay, perfect. I'm glad you were able to reach out to him. So, yep. Okay, we have Georgia, New York, Pennsylvania. Yeah, you're going to get another email, Jason. So I know you're just super, super excited about that. Not, but we'll get you taken care of. So anything that came across as ironic that was part of Trump's speech? Anything. And yes, guys, I did take down the video. I can't keep it. I could not keep that up at YouTube. Because if I did, I would be deplatformed immediately. So we took that video down. We made sure that we're going to continue to protect our YouTube channel as much as possible to make sure it stays up as long as possible. I am going through extraordinary efforts to make sure that we don't lose anything that we have and that we are building up. because, quite honestly, it's been a good thing for us. So, but okay. You heard I'll be back soon. Yeah, but did you catch his earlier comments? He said something that was really, it came out to, I mean, it came across to me that Trump Trump said not only did we win a second time, but we're going to have to beat him a third time. He also talked about Biden losing the White House already, and yeah, so it's definitely. Hey, Dad, you want to. Okay, so apparently I need to make sure my kids are able to use the restroom, so I better go open the door for them. But guys, we are definitely not going anywhere. We're doing everything that we can to take part and take control of every platform that we're on. And if Jason, are you still out there? Do you want to address the thing that Winks was talking about in the email? If so, check your email. Will I do that? So, guys, I'll let Jason talk for a little bit if he's up for it while I take care of my children, and then I will be back and we will discuss more. Sound good? As soon as he pops on, I will let him take control. So, who else? I'm. Where is everybody at? I see Winks. I see time. A few minutes. Okay, I think that should work. But yeah, guys, we are definitely interested in any tips that you guys might have, and I am thinking about doing something, and it's maybe this is kind of out there, but I'm actually thinking about doing a special edition Trump shirt with the face of Donald Trump on the front, and then just like the jersey numbers 45 on the back. If that's something people are interested in, we would definitely, I definitely want to hear what what your thought process is. So you're watching President Trump, you're behind. Okay. I will. Yeah, we can put the PNN right on the sleeves. I mean, yeah, if that's something people are interested in, we'll definitely do them up. I'll make sure the wife jumps on that one and gets going on it. But I'm gonna let Jason take over. Jason, you have the floor, man.
Awesome. You guys hear me okay? All right. Um so we just watched Trump again. Um to those with undiscerning eyes, I really think it was a review. or non-discerning eyes. It was a review of everything that we've all come to figure out. How everybody come to figure out, come to know, come to believe. To those without or with discerning eyes, excuse me, and who listen closely, I had to take a break. Dinner time, house responsibilities, kids, that fun stuff. Anyway, those with discerning eyes, there was quite a bit of information that was been given out. It was awesome to see him again. I'll be honest with you guys, it was really nice to see him out. Shane and I spoke real quick after the show, and sorry, wind's kicking up here. Shane and I spoke real quick after the show, and it's we both think that he will be out in the limelight a heck of a lot more now. I think that he's building his case for 24. I think he's going to build his group to come back stronger. I think that we will outrun just about any election thing out there. No, there's a truck driving. My office is in the front of the house, and there's a big old truck, 4-wheel drive, Dodge something or other, driving out in front of my house right now, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So sorry about that. I think he's going to rely a lot on people spreading this word. I really thought he was supposed to have a special guest also. So I got word that there was supposed to be a special guest at 3, which would be 2:00 Eastern. And there wasn't anything. There was a nice tribute to Rush, and I thought that was absolutely awesome. The guest speaker that he was supposed to have or have included the whoever it was. I wish I could say that he would have had somebody, and I was hoping for a specific somebody with 5 letters to his name. I think that if we would have seen that 5-lettered named person, I think it probably would have turned the world upside down. I really was hoping to see that. No, I agree with Proud Patriot. I think that's who it was. That's who I was hoping for. That's who I was truly, honestly hoping for. There was a lot of indications on a lot of different channels that I watch and I follow that's what it was going to be, but unfortunately it wasn't. The statement that Shane was making about what all he heard and saw, did you guys catch him say that they've already lost the White House? I was a little taken aback at that, to be honest with you. And let me explain why. When you're post-election the way he is, and when he's already had his 4-year term, right? And inaugurations happened and this, that, and the other. And there's as much conspiracy theory as there is out there. The fact for him to say that they've already lost the White House, it was a subliminal message. So to those who think about the other things that are out there, the other statements, the other theories that are out there, I think that, to be honest with you, I think he was feeding into that a little bit, and not in a bad way. I think that there's still more to come. And he did say there's a lot more to come. He also did say he was not going to let this end. And I really think that we're going to see him out a lot more. I think we're going to see Junior out a lot more. And I'm really excited to see who he thinks he's going to run with as a VP. You know, you're over why boring, whatever. You know, I'm glad you think that. But you know what? If you think we lost, why are you here? No reason to be here if you think we lost. Okay, so what brings you here? If you think you lost fair and square, what brings you here? Shane, give me a minute. There's a person on. It's URS. Oh, you are so very boring.
They must be describing themselves.
He just said, or she, I forgive me if I am guessing something that's not right. No, I don't want to give him a timeout. I want to open this up to an honest conversation and understand why someone is here and who thinks that, you know, Trump lost and feels the need to fight it like that. And I need to understand something. I need you to understand something. We're not pushing anybody to be violent in any way, shape, or form. And you say you guys, there is no you guys in that. There is, plain and simple, we do not advocate violence.
Okay, anyway, I'm gonna jump in here real quick, Jason. Okay, if you've watched, which I know you probably haven't, but if you've watched anything where I've been affiliated with it, first of all, I said don't go to the Capitol on the 6th. I also said do not go to the Capitol March 4th. I said there were going to be people who are going to try to push up violence, and we do not want our movement to be associated with violence. We do not condone violence and never have, never will. And before I get called the neo-Nazi, before I get called all that, I'm gonna just throw this out there right now. My grandparents were liberated from Auschwitz. I still remember the numbers that were tattooed on their arms. So for people to call me a neo-Nazi or white supremacist or whatever, that's everything that I stand against. But I sure as heck do not stand for socialism and communism and all that the left espouses. Because if you actually do the research in the history books and actually pay attention, the party of the Nazis, it was German Workers' Socialist Party. It wasn't the party of the far right. It wasn't the party of anything else. It was a social workers' party. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a history lesson for the basement dwellers out there who don't like what I'm saying, who don't like what we're talking about. We didn't storm the Capitol. There are people, we have condemned them. We totally condemned them. And you guys you consistently go out there and you espouse that we were the ones who did it. If you want to say that we were the ones who stormed the Capitol. We killed people. Where's the condemnation for Black Lives Matter destroying Minneapolis, causing over $5 billion worth of damage and killing over 15 people and injuring over 172 law enforcement members? Where was your condemnation? Socialism has meant the same in 1930s as it means today. It is a complete takeover of everything that is private industry. Socialism has not changed. It has changed its glorification. That is the only thing that has changed. So the Nazis were not a far right party. They were a far left party, and they always have been. But if you want to continue on with your rhetoric and you want to get slapped with facts, just keep it up, because you are showing how ignorant and how stupid people are to the history that this country has been founded on and the history that has been worldwide. You don't know what you're talking about.
So let me break in here. Hold on. Okay, listen. I'm going to make this a little bit more simple. I don't care if you're from the left or if you're from the right, or if the Nazis were from the left or if the Nazis were from the right. Okay, I don't care. That's a menial point at this point. Okay, what I care about is what needs to be done to make our country better in the future. And I mean the United States. I don't care about Germany. I really don't right now. All right. I don't care about anything other than making United States a better country for us who are living here, our children and our children's children and our children's children beyond them. Okay. If you think that he lost, that's fine. You're entitled to that opinion. And I will give you that opinion. Okay. But I'm looking at your last comment. I have no clue what in the world it says. I know you're probably trying to type fast to respond, and that's great. All right. I have your statement. I'm going to read it exactly how it says. Here's what would make America better. Go dies and a sane party replaces it. Listen, now you are talking about things that Pop Patriot, give me just a couple more minutes, okay, before you do anything. You're talking about violence, and you're talking about, wishing horrible things onto people that don't necessarily mean anything. Why would you wish death on anybody? It's not a good thing. All right. I'm not wishing death on anybody. Maybe a political death. All right. By them not being involved in politics anymore. That's fine. We can block, but you know what? Listen, everybody's got free speech. Guys, Shane may want to do something different, and this is Shane's channel. But right now, I don't care. Okay, so the party dies. Do you think that the people that are in the party are going to die? No, they're not. The party will revive with something else. You need to understand the Republican Party, or the far right, all right, right now is the strongest I think it's ever been. And also it has the backing of the heart of America. The people who actually put their blood, sweat, and tears into America and farm the farm the area and work hard in the areas. All right. The cameras at Reagan are not down. They've got really, really bad fog right now. Peaches, I'm not ignoring it. I've been watching it all day. They've really got bad fog. Um, all right. I'm not going to give him any more time. I'm going to keep going with you guys and what we talked about earlier, but I'm also not going to block him. So, guys, just ignore whoever it is and we'll move on. I don't want to censor speech. If Shane wants to do it, that's his deal. But I'm definitely not going to be the one to do it. So, long story short, all right, today, I think that Trump is going to come back. He's going to come back bigger and better. And I definitely think that whatever vote tallies um, come up for the next round of votes, I think that the Republican Party will far outnumber any tabulations that can be adjusted to another person. It's that's my opinion. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to get upset about it. I really am not. And guys, I don't expect any. I would hope that every one of you would not get upset to a troll coming on here, because when a troll comes on, it's a compliment. It means we're getting attention. It means that people are trying to get in and disrupt what we do. And I'm fine with that. Let them do it. It's not going to hurt anything. You know, they talked about censoring people today on his speech. We don't want to do it. There's no reason to do it. All right. He wants, or she, I don't know, and please don't take offense, but I don't want to, Shane. Basically, I don't know if you've had a chance to listen or not. Basically, what I'm saying here is everybody wants me to boot, you're so very boring. And I don't think we should. If someone wants to have their speech, we're a free speech country. Let them roll. Everybody can ignore them.
Yeah. And sorry, guys, I did start to lose my cool, just a little bit, because I do have some personal family history, and I've been called some pretty vile names by people since I started doing this, and I got to the point where I couldn't just sit down and shut up any longer. So I tried to jump ahead of what they were about ready to say. And yeah, I started to lose my cool and I shouldn't have. So I apologize.
So, long story short, I started getting into what you and I were talking about post speech. And that was kind of what he said, which is where you were going with it before you had to go. Um, Basically, what I feel came out of that is, you know, you guys here hold the forking line, and I'm not trying to pull somebody else's line by saying that, because we all know where that comes from. Um, that's basically what I heard. He's going to come back stronger. I heard that, in my opinion, he's going to be much more out in the public and much more available and visible to everybody from here on out.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I believe it's going to happen a lot more. And sorry, guys, I am doing my best to try to get the. I lost half the stream when it cut out on Facebook. It screwed up the whole stream, so I'm trying to fix it. But I honestly, I think just my own personal gut opinion, and I've been I've been looking. I was listening while I was kind of behind the curtain. I was listening to Trump and how he said that they lost the White House already, and it's almost like it was a premonition of some very serious things to come. I don't know if you felt that way, but that's
Yeah.
just the way.
Yeah. I agree with you. I really think that we're going to have a much more boisterous Trump than I think we've ever had before now.
And somebody asked me because on the live stream I commented the tale of two presidents. Kim Clements, I'm not one for putting a whole lot of stock in profits and all of that. And maybe I'm wrong for doing that. But Kim Clements talks about it, there being two presidents, one who will be a radical and the one to counter the radicalism. So I
I will tell. I'm going to tell you guys this. My opinion. I think when, not if, when Trump is back in office, he is going to be much more aggressive, and he's going to get things more permanently done than what he ever has in the past.
and I agree with that.
I think you're going to see a flurry of changes happen the minute he walks in that Oval Office. I think it'll be really quick. Winks asked the question, how does he trust anybody now?
He
When you
don't.
say he, do you mean Trump or do you mean someone else?
I I honestly don't think Trump will be able to trust too many people.
No, I don't think so either.
There are a select few people that Trump actually listens to, and he can count those people on exactly that one hand.
Yeah,
He don't trust a whole lot of from politicians.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that 100%. Um, there was a good question. Oh, here, Ariel Mel 518. Do you think he might be coming back sooner or not until 2024? Um, I alluded to a thought process that may have him back in office in 22 if nothing happens between now and then. And I think um, I think that personally, if he can't get some sort of traction to get Harrison Biden out of office before probably the end of this year, I would love to see him run for Senate or for the House and have him come in, take over Pelosi's position, just if nothing else out of vengeance, take over Pelosi's position, have get Republicans back in the House and the Senate, and impeach both of them. I think that would not only exact revenge or retaliation, but it would also get him in 2 years prior to the 2024 and allow him 6 full years of power.
And just so people do know, so a president can be elected to two full terms. That's it.
Right.
However, it says two consecutive terms. Anybody reading the Constitution? Two consecutive terms. But they also put a caveat in there. And I'm going to take this down, but we're going to jump right into that here in just a second. The caveat to that is if an administration fails, or if they basically fold, like the Biden Harris administration, it's going to be so ridden with Harris is going to 25th Amendment Biden. It's going to
Right.
happen.
Right.
There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. It's going to happen.
Democrats have already. I really think behind closed doors, Democrats have already started that process.
It's already the process is already done. They just have to roll it out and tell him, here's your walking papers. It's already done. So the deal's already been struck. And Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi, because if Kamala takes the presidency, where does the vice president come from? It is the Speaker of the House becomes a president.
Right.
Well, who then becomes the majority leader? There has to be a new election where Kevin McCarthy would become the majority leader because they wouldn't be able to put in a Speaker of the House fast enough. And Steny Hoyer would not. He will. He won't. He's not popular enough in the Democrat Party. So as soon as McCarthy takes over, then you're going to see the rise of the Republicans, and right away, you're going to see an impeachment. It's going to be an impeachment push on Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris.
Right.
Once you take that off, guess what? Now you have Kevin McCarthy that rises from there all the way to the presidency.
I really truly think that for the betterment of the country, that would be the best thing ever. You know, I've had conversations with a lot of people about that exact plan, and they
and
said,
there's conversations that are going on that's talking about that exact same thing.
"Oh, I know." And
There are Republicans. There are Republicans right now who are silently behind the scenes telling Kamala Harris, "You need to do this." They want Biden out,
right?
Because
well,
then the real radical stuff is going to boil to the surface, and then guess what? You create a constitutional crisis, which automatically triggers Article 5.
Right.
Convention of States, now through the Convention of States, it's just a straight direct election. So each state goes to election and they elect one person who goes, they meet and they basically sit down and say, yes, we are going to send this person to the White House. Simple majority rules, boom, it's done. And then the Convention of States can do everything else that we were talking about, term limits and all that stuff. So constitutional crisis, I believe a constitutional crisis is fast approaching.
Yeah. I've had a bunch of conversations with people about this exact plan, this exact conversation. And their opinions have always been Trump's too proud to take a demotion. He's already been president. Why would he want to get into the House? Trump is also a very, I don't know if I want to say vindictive, but a very, he'll hold grudges, I think. And I think he'll be going after Pelosi for a long time to come.
Well, Pelosi's done for when it comes to Trump.
Right. Let's go back to that comment that Squirrely was saying. Yeah.
Here's my thoughts on that, Squirrely. Do we have any danger in it? Trump insulated himself today, and I think that was a little bit of why the Cpac speech was so important, because he literally said these guys came and begged for my endorsement. We wouldn't have kept any of these. We wouldn't have been able to keep these people in power, or even have a chance of the Republican of stopping it if we didn't keep these people. But they stabbed me in the back, so guess what? We're going to run people against them. So
Yeah,
I don't believe that we're going to have any danger to the movement itself.
I don't think so. I truly believe he has the heart and soul of those people that are behind him. They're there with their heart and soul. I don't know that there's much that Trump can do to lose people at this point. I really don't. Patty MD 303. Her comment was, "That's what I'm worried about. Can we make it until election?" So if you mean that as a person, it's a test of your patience. All right. If you mean that as a country, this country has seen so much far worse, and we will see even more worse. And we've made it through. So are we looking at dark days, no power, no electricity, no water, no blah, blah, blah? No. Are we looking at some really rough rules being put into place and laws? I think so. If Kamala Harris gets in, I really think that I don't even want to say far left. I want to say some extremist laws will go into effect.
Yeah, and that's guys. We don't want to be doom and gloomers. That is the last thing that I want.
Right.
But let's just okay. People ask, are we going to make it to the election, guys? Sometimes these grassroots movements. Okay, 1 second. I have to shut the volume off on. So, guys, once people start seeing their gas prices up over $4 a gallon, there's going to be riots in the freaking streets. You guys understand that, right? People are not going to stand for it. See, the country itself has a way of righting the ship. We are very, very, very self reliant on righting our own ship. Barack Obama, in the heydays of the Barack Obama years, guess what? North Dakota, Texas, they just flipped Barack Obama the middle finger and said, sorry, we're drilling oil. And it doesn't really matter. We're going to continue
Right.
to drill oil, and you can cuss us out all you want.
And that's the one
That's
thing
what
that
kept
Trump
us from
said.
going over that 450 a gallon.
Right. And that's the one thing that Trump said today. Listen, if they can't get Section 213 back in, states start punishing big tech. Do it on your own. That's what Florida's doing. Australia did it. Facebook backed down. It's going to happen.
Guys,
I don't know. Let me put a caveat in there. I am in one of the worst blue states in the world right now. All right. If I don't have billions of dollars to give to somebody, nothing's going to happen. All right. But in states like Florida, Texas, Georgia, I even think they're going. I'm telling you, they're going to. I think after today, I think they're going to start putting sanctions on places like Facebook. You know, Twitter, CNN, places like that. I think they will.
so and squarely, I understand where you're at. That's why I say we have to be realistic. The checkbook don't get turned over until 60 days after the inauguration, which
Right.
is March 20th or March 19th. Sorry. So
Squirrely. Well, let's go back and quantify that. I don't know if you saw the thing that Shane and I brought up or not. Um, Trump passed a bill or got a bill passed in 2019 that the outgoing president owns the military and the checkbook, for 60 days post inauguration. Okay. That's what we're referring to here. I don't know if you knew that or not. There's still a lot that can happen in, 19 days. And I think that with the 19 days that are coming up, and I'm not trying to make 7 plus this plus that equals 17. No, I'm not trying to go there. What I'm trying to say is 19 days is a lot of time. And really with sorry, I read a comment. It like absolutely threw me off. With 19 days and him having the checkbook and him having the military, I think that there's a lot of possibility for a lot of things to come up. No, Rini, how did you get a bill like that passed with nobody knowing about it? I truly think it was shoved into something else and they greenlighted it. That's what I think happened. I wasn't deep into politics at that point. And to be honest with every single one of you who's here right now, and I'll admit this to the day I die, I did not start getting into politics until probably June or July of last year. Okay. And I was always of the opinion of there's nothing I can do, nothing I can say, anything. One person is going to change anything. And the more I see people on here, the more I talk with Shane, the more I see all kinds of different things. Definitely one person can make a huge change. Shane and I wouldn't be doing this if we didn't think we could help. We wouldn't be here doing it.
People, just so you know, people ask me, well, why do you use that same dang line every single time you end the show? I was in the same boat. Well, how can one person change the world? One of the greatest generals of all time says that the first step to changing the world is making your own bed. First, you have to you don't have the options of sitting there laying down. You no longer have the options of just watching the politicians do what they do to our country. You see what's going on. You see what's being done. For me, I've been a political junkie most of my life, but I've never, ever put myself out there in this way, shape, or form ever before. If you would have asked me a month and a half, 2 months ago, if I was going to be live streaming discussing politics, I would have laughed at you. I would have laughed at you square in the face and said, you're out of your bleeping mind. Okay. So when I say you guys have a microphone, you have a pen, use them. It's not me being funny. It's not me just saying a saying. Right. I am literally putting out there that this is a movement. This is a job. This is not something that we can just put on the shelf and just leave it be. It is not something that is just going to disappear overnight. You have to be very vigilant. You have to actually get out there. You actually have to put in the hard work, because right now you don't have a voice unless you actually talk about it, unless you actually get out and do the actual work. Your voice is silent unless you're actually out there.
Right. Right. Let's define what that means, Shane. You have a microphone, you have a pen, use them. You guys have telephones. That's a mic on a telephone. You guys have ears. That's a microphone for someone's brain. You guys have family, friends. You may have people that they're on the edge right now. Take some of the facts that we're giving you, give them to them, show them what's going on. The biggest thing that you can do is come to someone with black and white facts and show them what's happening. You know, I have my stepson, all right? He is now 20 and came to me and said, "Man, this sucks. It cost me $60 to fill up my car." I said, you voted for, or you wanted Biden to be president. Is that a good thing for me to say on him? No. But guess what? Him, he was rooting for Biden. He thought orange guy, bad news. All right. The more information I throw at them, my son, my blood son was the same way until I started giving him some of the details, and he's like, "Holy cow, I never got it. I don't get it. I didn't get it." So your pen is the black and whites we give you guys. Your microphone is everybody that you know.
Everybody that you communicate with.
Right. You know,
You
you don't
I
want
mean,
listen,
you can go out there, and I'm telling you guys this because I've actually done it. I I went out, and I know some people are not don't have the money to do this, but I actually ran a full page ad. It was $1,800, and I was being stupid. Okay, I was not thinking clearly, and I was not in the frame of mind that I am now, where I'm actually thinking strategically, thinking about how do we build a movement like this? How do we take back the grassroots? How do we actually build from here? Get that we have a foundation. The Make America Great Again foundation has already been laid.
yeah,
We just have to build on it. But
right,
I took out a big old ad, and I I was like, I'm gonna rent out a room, and I am going to have guest speakers and all that. I spent money. I spent a lot of money, and it flopped. Nobody showed up. The speakers didn't even show up. Okay, so not only did I spend a whole lot of money for nothing, I spent a whole lot of resources, and I talked to a lot of people, and nobody showed up for any of it. It's kind of a letdown for me, but that's why I talk about the pen and the microphone. We give you guys black and whites. We give you the resources to do the research to actually verify everything that we're talking about. And then we talk about the microphone because there are some people that will walk through Walmart and talk to everybody that they see. There are some people that can't talk to anybody without literally freezing up. But yet when they pick up their phone, they're able to text, they're able to call, they're able to do all sorts of stuff on social media.
right.
That's a microphone. It's not. I'm not being facetious, guys. I am very, very focused on what my message is, and you guys are very, very much a part of what is going on. Every person here, every person that listens to this, you are very, very much a part of what is taking place in the U.S. I
Think
don't.
about think about
I am
this.
one person.
We have 20 people watching right now. Okay. If those 20 people got 5 of their friends who were on the edge to start looking at the black and whites and start learning, and they end up voting Trump, that's 100. What's going to happen with those 100 people? They're going to, as they start to believe and they start to see, they're going to start turning people. If we get another 5 people from each one of those 100, we're at 500. So Shane and
What's the
I
original 100?
have helped you guys, convert how many people to this belief. That's what we're here for. We're not here to feed you guys lines. We're not here to sensationalize different things that may be out there. You know, Telegram has got some really good stuff and it's got some really horrible stuff. You know, same with Signal. Some of the people on Signal, it's got some really good stuff and it's got some really horrible stuff. But what Shane and I are trying to give you guys is as much, and I don't want to say ammunition because that's such a bad word to use, but you know, as much defense as you guys can to have this to go. Shane, unless you got something else, King Me had a really good question.
Okay.
And it's like 12 minutes ago. What's this about a threat on the Capitol or White House on March 6th?
Okay, I'm going to that one.
Yep. I don't know that there's necessarily a true all-out black and white threat. I think there are concerns. All right. Everyone's been holding the line. Everyone's been very concerned and thinking about and talking about March 4th. Okay. I think that Secret Service, CIA, FBI, intelligence, things like that, think that something is going to happen because they think that nothing may happen on the 4th. Not that I'm saying that nothing may happen. I'm talking in their point of view. Okay. And I think that they're building up the defense mechanisms for the Capitol and the White House for that. Shane, am I wrong?
Nope.
Okay. So I want to make sure I try and get to your guys'. So as Shane and I talk, I keep going to the comments because we get off on a tangent a little bit, and I want to make sure we get everything that's covered or that you guys have questions in. All right. King needs additional questions. Shane and Jason, what do you think about Scott McKay's idea of getting retired Special Forces guys and get them out to lead the movement by showing up at local meetings and speaking up to get others to follow? Me personally, the more you guys believe in the MAGMA movement, the more you guys believe in getting Trump back in, the more you guys believe and can speak and can move people in your speeches, in your talking, in your beliefs. It doesn't matter whether we have a retired Special Forces guy or if it doesn't matter. Because let me ask you guys this question. Are you going to believe somebody you've known for 10 years who's giving you black and whites, or are you going to believe a military guy who is retired Special Forces that you're meeting and seeing for the first time? Me personally, I'm going to believe the person that I've known for 10 years. It's on you guys. It's on us. It's on us as a whole.
Yeah, and then going back to the thing on March 4th, guys, I truly, in my heart of hearts, as much as I'd love to be there, and I'd love to encourage you guys to be there, I'm not going to. There is going to be another operation to literally do exactly what they did this last time. And they are going to do everything they can to shame Trump even further and further divide the country and give ammunition to trying to take out Trump completely. Anybody who's talking about attending, tell them definitely do not. As much as we'd love to, your guys' lives actually matter to me.
Right.
You guys matter. And I don't want to ever be construed as inciting violence or anything like that. And I think it would be a big disservice, not only to Trump, but to the organization So,
Add to the movement.
yep. But Jason, I have to take something real quick. So if you want to answer questions, go for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Um, let's see. So Wink says, what's going to happen on the 4th? It's what Shane just said. I think there's going to be something that's set up. I think it's going to try and put Trump and Trump people in a negative light. Do I think that Trump is going to be sworn in on the 4th? No. I it hurts me to say it. It pains me horribly to say that, but no, I don't think that Trump is going to be in 4 more days be sworn in as president. I think that this weekend would have been the last time and place for anything to go down. And if nothing goes down, I don't think that this is going to be enough time to get the entire country behind Trump being sworn in. I'm sorry, I don't. I wish I believed honestly and could tell you guys that that's what was going to happen. Forgive me, I'm reading comments right now. No, Rini. And if I'm saying your name wrong, please forgive me. I think that today's speech was a major review of the failure points that have happened in the democracy, the Democratic Party, and the people as a whole. I think that today's speech had pieces in it to give everyone hope and also had the ability to show everyone that there's additional things that are coming within what he's moving forward with. Ariel Mel, people I do not have, who I have known for 10 years do not belong to me. Not sure what that means, but there's people I'm sure at your work, family that are on the border, that are on the iffy point, and it's those people that we need to convert, that we need to bring to the Magma side. Peaches, I thought today was Trump's State of the Union. Yeah, I really thought that too. I really thought that's exactly what today was going to be. But like I said, I really think today was a lot of what was a failure on the democracy and Democratic side. My mom, G2. Can you tell us when, or I'm sorry, can you tell us who then really put the military around the Capitol and why they are there for so long? That's something I would rather Shane attack. I have my own thoughts on it, and I'm not sure if they're right or wrong. I would rather Shane attack that one.
Okay. Who put the military around the Capitol and why are they there so long? Well, they were actually ordered there. They were requested and then they were ordered there by Trump ahead of the inauguration. And because he was still the command, he is technically under the law that was passed in 2019. He is still technically the one who holds the checkbook. So yeah, they went there. They said mid March they'd be all going home. Now they're talking about November 19th. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of speculation as to why it's going to be so long. Nancy Pelosi made a statement when the House Republicans said, "Well, why haven't they went home? Why haven't you allowed them to go home?" And she made it a statement effectively saying that it wasn't her choice that they were there. So I don't want to put myself out there as saying that Trump ordered them there until further notice, because God knows that would blow up in my face. But Biden has all the opportunity to definitely throw out there and say, you guys can go home. They can release them and send them back to their home states. But Biden doesn't have any desire to do that either.
I don't think so. I think he's got the warm and fuzzies with everybody there, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I think that's the only way he's got the warm and fuzzies. I mean, think about it. The man goes home every weekend. Every weekend. Um, is it going to be arrest like we've heard all along, the high ups?
There, there's a bunch of stuff. King me, there are arrests that are happening as we speak, but you're talking just the pedophiles and sex traffickers. You're talking networks that are almost the size of Chicago. Okay, if you were to put them in population, I could fill the whole city of Chicago with all of them. Okay, so it's not going to just be a real quick thing. It's a big network, and there's plenty of spider webs that crisscross the globe.
Yeah.
So I would. It's not you just pull on one string and the whole thing comes to the tumbling down. It's you're crisscrossing the globe, and you're actually hunting these people down, taking every single lead and checking off the box. Each one that goes, you check that box until you get to the very end. Is it going to be a fast operation? No, I don't think so. Never has been going after sex traffickers. And the second you start taking out the high level people right away, guess what? You lose control of anybody. You lose control of rescuing anybody that's actually in harm's way. So
Right.
just remember that, guys. Something's not right. You know what? You're definitely right.
Yeah. No matter what, no matter what is going on, there are lots and lots and lots of things that aren't right. And that's a lot of things that we've been pointing out are the things that aren't right. This whole presidency with Biden isn't the same as any other presidency. Is it explainable? I can
You,
give you ideas.
can I give my opinion as to why
By
this?
all means.
Okay, so people people have asked me, well, why do you think that Biden was allowed to take office? And people can criticize me all they want in the chat, and I'm not gonna get upset with you. If I lose people, I lose people. If I don't, I don't. It doesn't bother me. Here is why I think Donald Trump actually did something very, very brilliant. So when Donald Trump came out and said that that a new administration was going to be taken over, so on and so forth, I was sitting there thinking about it. Why would Donald Trump allow Joe Biden to take office? I honestly believe that Joe Biden is such an idiot. he would take the oath of office, and over the over the course of the first year, he would spill the beans on everything. The guy can't even cross two T's and dot two I's without making himself look like an ass. And I know I apologize. I'll definitely have to bleep that out later. But the guy really doesn't have a clue about what's going on.
No.
But people were harassing Trump so much and going after him so much. I honestly believe that Trump said, okay, you guys want to see what it's really like under a socialist regime? You want to see just a tiny taste of what socialism's really about? Fine. Turn around, walk away a short distance, and watch. And here's what gives some credibility to what I'm saying. You look at the mainstream media, MSNBC, CNN, NBC, ABC, all your three letter alphabet soup movie producing garbage dumps. A lot of them are in a panic. Democrat scandals are coming to light. People know that Biden's they're trying to cover for Biden, and it's becoming so clear what people voted for, or what they claimed 84 million or whatever number, stupid crazy number was, that voted for him. Now people are actually starting to see why he was bad for this country. Do I think it's going to take 4 years for people to fully understand it? No. Do I think it's going to take 2 years for people to fully understand it? No. Do I think it's going to be 9 months before people understand it? Absolutely. Before the end of the summer, the price of the fuel, mark my words, take it to the bank. Before the end of summer, if we don't return to an America First agenda, before the end of summer, our gasoline prices will be over $5 a gallon. Take that to the bank, because it's going to happen. And when it happens, the public outcry will be so swift, and it'll be such a massive backlash against the current administration that they won't be able to stand it. The entire administration will crumble. And then who's going to be there? Who's going to have the fortitude and have the necessity and have the actual courage to stand up and say, you know what? You guys have failed. Let me bring you back from the brink of disaster. Now Trump has his in.
Mickey just said, I'm sure they will, and do have buyer's remorse. There's a lot of Democrats who already do. There's a lot of people coming out saying that they wish they never voted for Biden. They wish that Biden wasn't ever on the Democratic ticket to run.
And I honestly think, guys, I was talking to a friend of mine who is a far leftist, who is on a TV station out in Minneapolis. I was blocked and I was banned from ever showing up on that TV station ever again. That's what I was told. I could no longer come on. They would not bring me on as a conservative panelist or nothing. And I laughed and I said, just watch, you guys will be coming back. No, we won't. Click. Got a call from him a couple days ago. Shane, I know we've had disagreements. I know you view things a little bit different, but I'm sorry, and we'd like to talk to you a little bit more. I said, okay, there's more to an apology than that. I said, because this is me telling you I told you so. Joe Biden is a train wreck for this country. And the left knows that. And they know Kamala is no better. They know Nancy Pelosi is no better. They're scared. A lot of these liberals are absolutely terrified of what is going on. And I'm not talking your far socialist liberals. I'm not talking about any of those guys. I'm talking about your moderate liberals who are they I mean like your Joe Manchins and stuff like that. Where yeah, they're kind of they're pretty liberal, but there's also a conservative side. They actually try to hold to some of the ideals that their voters want them to hold to. But I really truly believe that within the 9 month mark, we will be having a buyer's like there will be such a massive buyer's remorse that people will want to trigger a convention of states to actually duly dissolve the Joe Biden presidency.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
either I am really terrible at speaking or nobody's talking.
No, it's very quiet today.
Now we have several people watching, a couple on YouTube, a couple on or 1920 on Twitch. Biden and
Yeah.
Pelosi are not wearing masks or having body doubles. Guys, without empirical evidence and proof beyond a reasonable doubt, besides just photos and stuff like that. If I had DNA evidence between Joe Biden and the clone, if I was able to actually get that DNA evidence, then I would say absolutely it's a body double. But I'm without having that kind of evidence, I'm not going to say too much. So
So I don't know. I'm just so everybody knows. You guys keep seeing me look away, and I'm checking all the live cameras that I watch, and I'm assuming I missed this because of the Trump speech. But about 2.5 hours ago, there was a ton of emergency personnel at Reagan Airport on runway 1. No clue what it was. Can't figure it out. And the funny thing is that's the only time the fog lifted enough is to see all that. So I'm not going to tell you guys anything's going on, but I just thought it was funny. What's his latest on airstrikes?
okay, guys, I want to show you something real quick, and then I will take it away. So you guys want to see what I'm dealing with? It's pretty ironic when one of the largest TV companies in the world, NBC, takes action against little poor Shane. Poor little Shane, and NBC takes action claiming that they own the content, music, audio, or video that belongs to them. And it's applied worldwide. So, guys, they are going to take me down on Facebook. to
You know what
send
the funny thing?
What's that?
You know what I streamed your stream. I sent it as a link, and I started a watch party on it. Neither one of them said anything to me on it.
Yeah. But I will let you talk about the airplanes. I'm going to remove my share, and then I'll let you take that away. I'm going to help my son. He's going to.
Well, no, they were talking about the airstrikes.
Yep. Airstrikes, not yet. I am following up with a few people, and then I will get it down. But we will have that video in its entirety up on the website very shortly. So,
My mom, I haven't heard anything, and I know I was able to use my ATM today. I tried a couple of different things. Haven't heard anything about anything going down. Peaches, Reagan's here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about Reagan's. All right. So here, this is all fog. Let me show you why. Here. See all the emergency equipment? All right. That's the only time that fog was gone, all this emergency equipment. If you look, this is on runway 1. Runway 1 approach, by the way. Hang on. I can't find my cursor. Okay. So here, if I go to where the emergency vehicles are, which is still here, you can see the cameras are up and running. But that fog comes back in and just absolutely destroys the whole view. DC's been under a ton of fog today. So just so everybody knows what I was talking about, I want to show you guys. Peaches, there are people at the White House. Are you talking about right now live? No, Winks, I was the whole time. I streamed Cpac off of Shane. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if you can download it or not, Mom. That's something Shane has to set up. I don't know if that's got the ability or not. Oh, there was people. Oh, I'm sure there was. There's a bunch of work being done there and a bunch of other things. Right. You could pull his speech off on a couple of different platforms. I don't know what Shane can or can't do. Eventually, whenever he comes back, we can ask him. Just so everybody knows, yes, I do keep an eye on the planes. Excuse me, sorry about that. Right now over the U.S., we've got 32. Nothing major. No new TFRs. And the whole Capitol has been under fog this morning. You know, U.S. DC has been under fog this morning. Trump is fixing up the White House for his return. Really? I hope so. I would love it. If you guys have any more plane questions, just let me know. I can probably help you. Right Side Broadcasting might still have it. OANN might still have it. I think a lot of the other companies have some commercials. I think Shane's just gonna download it, and with Shane is back, he can answer it. I think he's just
Yeah,
gonna download it.
we have it downloaded, so I just have to splice a couple feeds together, and then we'll get it up on the podcast. So,
Dad, you look here.
yeah, but guys, I know today is supposed to be my day off. Again, we do appreciate everything that you guys do. It's 7:08 Central Standard Time. It's 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and of course, out on the left coast, it's 5 o'clock still. 5 o'clock somewhere, right? But guys, we definitely enjoy having every single one of you here. We enjoy everything that you guys have done for us. Again, if you're wanting shirts, stuff like that, you send us an email and we'll take care of you. Jason, I do have a shirt for you, and you're gonna laugh when you get it. You're not gonna see it until you get it. So,
all right, so I'll have to come out. Please tell me you got double fat size.
we got a triple XL.
Okay.
But you are going to laugh, and you are going to be so.
Oh no.
Oh yes, you are going to absolutely laugh.
All right, I believe you. I absolutely believe you. Oh boy, kids are winding up.
So
They
yeah,
heard ice cream.
we will see you very, very shortly.
Yeah, it's about to get real loud. They just announced they wanted ice cream.
Oh boy. Well, you guys, you know, like I say, you have a microphone, you got a pen, use them. The silent majority can no longer be silent. God bless and take care. Good night.